Okay, folks, so entertainment weekly, I think. I'm looking at the website, but the logo has entertainment in big letters, but the second word is like almost impossible to read. So, yeah, I think it's weekly. But in any case, Taraji P. Henson did an interview. I'll leave a link to the article in the comment section below. This is about the upcoming movie called Straw, Tyler Perry's new film. Um, she's playing a struggling single mom in her upcoming movie. The statement being, I've been there before. It wasn't hard for me to reach back into those memories to play the role of this character. Um, this is a bit of trivia about the film that if you've been if you've been kind of paying attention to Tyler Perry projects for some time now, this shouldn't be a surprise. But Taraji reveals that Tyler Perry shot this movie in just 4 days. Now, I ain't gonna hold you. If this film, when it comes out, if it's one of those situations where, like so many of the other films, it looks choppy, the scenes don't blend well together, the acting is subpar because you could tell of how fast they shot it. They only went with the first take as usual. You're going to hear about it. That's the best way for me to put it. It's coming out on June 6th, which is today. Yeah, about a month from today. It's the 7th right now. Um, I don't even know how to describe it, to be completely honest. I just feel like, well, it's just another Tyler Perry film. There you go. It's going to be a whodunit thriller that Tyler handpicked her to star in. She was immediately interested. She had no idea how powerful and relatable this Netflix movie would be for her, which could be why, it came to his mind for her to play the role, which goes back to what I stated in my Divorced Sisters, what was the video? Did we really need another sister spinoff? I said something to the effect that, if you got Tyler in your corner, he's going to hook you up. She goes on to say, to think we shot this in 4 days while I was still working on Fight Night. Oh, here we go. Entertainment Weekly. They mentioned the name of the platform in the article. And that's what I like about Tyler Perry. He's fast, and I could be fast too. He knew he had a limited amount of time with me because I was working on the Peacock series Fight Night, and he used it wisely. And to be fair to Taraji, the fact that she's worked on a couple of films, the Acrimony, and I Can Do Bad All By Myself, right? I think that was the other film she was in. So I feel like she knows how to adjust to what Tyler Perry, wants in his fast-paced work environment. She's playing Janiyah. I think I said it right. Janiyah. Janiyah? A struggling single mom caught up in a chaotic conspiracy that forces her to make impossible choices to care for her sick daughter. It's a thriller, and I've never done a thriller with Tyler. I mean, couldn't Acrimony be described as a thriller? I mean, to me, it kind of is. There's a twist that happens that you don't see coming, a whodunit in a sense. I can't give away too much, so I'm trying to talk around it, but there are some crazy twists and turns in there that'll take you by surprise, that absolutely take the character by surprise. I'm not going to sit up here and act like I'm going to be shocked, because of the fact that is pretty much the theme of dang near all of his movies, where he throws in all these twists and turns, trying to be clever, but more often than not, the twists either don't make sense, are so convoluted that, oh, he just threw this in for the shock factor, or they were just completely unnecessary because the twist takes away from the established lore of the movie. But whatever. She does love her character, who's just a real person trying to take care of her daughter, but she gets embroiled in a larger than life catastrophe that goes from bad to worse. All she's trying to do is cash her check and pay for her daughter's lunch. If you're a struggling single mom, you can't always pay for that regular lunch, and children who can't afford that regular lunch get a separate lunch. And you know what that happens then? Kids start teasing your kids. As parents, we feel our kids' pains deeper than them, and so that meant a lot to her. She's like, I just need to go make sure my baby eats a regular lunch so she's not teased. Okay. And when trying to cash her check, she's wrongfully accused of attempting to rob the bank. A whole lot has happened before that, though. The subject matter is a bit dark, so I was happy to only live in this character's world for 4 days because that energy is transferable and it kind of sticks with you. So I was happy to get in and get out real quick. And it was very different from any other character I've ever played. Okay. And we're about to wrap up things here. Just a couple more paragraphs. She found herself relating to the story in extremely personal ways. Janaya is a woman who doesn't have much in life, but she has a lot of love for her kid. I'm a single mother, so I understood her journey and her struggles. She's a single mother trying to make the best of the cards she's been dealt in life and finds herself in a horrible situation where one of those days you wake up and everything that could go wrong goes wrong. It's about how she maneuvers through it, though. She was struck by how the movie showcases how easy it is for people in a vulnerable position to be disregarded or disenfranchised by a system that is supposed to protect them. That seems to be an ongoing thing in our society today. I often see people having mental breakdowns on IG, Instagram, and people post it in jest or making fun of it, but I'm like, at the end of the day, was that person treated like trash or were they treated like a human who needed help? So I'm always interested in that, and that's what I found very interesting about this character. This woman is just trying to make it through her day and take care of her child by herself with all the odds stacked against her. I've been in that situation before. Now, the knowledge that we're all one paycheck away from becoming Janaya is something that she opens up with because she inspires empathy in viewers after seeing everything she goes through on screen. Yeah, that's very relatable how you can like be one paycheck from being in the poorhouse or being behind on your bills, and heaven forbid a medical emergency happens, or the car breaks down or something, because that'll mess up all your money, especially if your savings are so low if you have any to begin with. So I feel like this could be one of those movies where it's relatable, but then you got the Tyler Perry twists and turns that make it go from, man, I can really relate to this character, to Tyler, what the hell were you thinking? That's just my thoughts on it. Okay. That's why I've made it a mission of mine to actually see people. If I'm on the street, if I'm driving and someone has a sign up, I got 3 kids, I'm in a bad way, I can't drive past them without giving them something. I was a struggling mom before. I remember when all I could afford was hamburger helper meals, and my son to this day will not eat oatmeal or malto meal, because that was the kind of food you can get on the WIC checks, and every morning he would have it so much that he doesn't have a taste for it anymore. So I can understand that. It wasn't hard for me to reach back to those memories. It makes me grateful for all that I've accomplished, for sure. And I didn't know this. Okay, so Straw, as I mentioned earlier, was filmed in 4 days. Acrimony was shot in 5 days. And has her considering what they could do for their next film. Maybe a 3-day shoot. Who knows with Tyler? could be possible. Yep, I don't blame you. So with that being said, that is pretty much everything about the film so far. There are only a couple of photos in this article. Like, for example, a picture of Janaya at the bank. Yeah, because the bank looks like it's closed. She has her hand pressed against the check pressed against the window, probably like, I'm desperate, can I get the check cashed? Scene of her and her daughter walking through the hallway, and we see Sherry Shepherd and a couple of other actresses. I believe they work at the bank. Yeah, okay. All right, well, that's all I have to say about this film until we get an official trailer, probably later this month. But like I said, while on the one hand it seems like an interesting film, just knowing that it was shot so quickly and it's going to have a bunch of those Tyler Perry twists and turns, I wonder if it's going to have any staying power, or like with Duplicity, it's going to be a one and done for a lot of people. So like and subscribe, and I'll catch you all in the next video.